Hi, I'm Randy Aldridge and welcome to your hometown. Fortunately for all of us, our hometown is really close to the beach. That also means that last few pounds or that little bit of unwanted hair makes us really self-conscious. Luckily, Wilmington Dermatology Center is here, and today they're going to show us just how easy it is to get rid of it. I'm here with Dr. Rosalyn George at the Wilmington Dermatology Center, and she's going to tell us about something a lot of us think about, fat reduction,
yes,
and something maybe not a lot of us think about, but sometimes a lot of men do, laser hair removal.
Yes.
Tell me some more about all of that.
So, a lot of times people don't want to have anything invasive. So
Right.
They are not looking to have a tummy tuck or liposuction. They don't want the downtime and they don't want to go under anesthesia. So
Right.
there are great procedures that don't have a lot of downtime. They're non-invasive and they work really great to reduce fat in localized areas. Surgery is non-invasive is never going to be as good as surgery. That will
Right.
help. And of course there's unwanted hair. We live in a beach town, they don't want to have hair. So laser hair removal is a great option to get rid of that unwanted hair.
Well, these are some things I can't wait to hear about.
Yeah,
So
let's
show
go
me what you got.
Yeah.
So first of all, this is something everybody thinks about at some point,
Yeah.
laser hair removal.
Yes.
So tell me about this.
So laser hair removal, why ours is better is because traditional laser hair removal has this little tiny spot.
Right.
So you can imagine if somebody wants their whole back done or their whole leg done or their whole bikini done, it can take a really long time.
Yes.
And it kind of hurts a little bit. Lasers hurt. So the nice thing is that we have one that has this really big handpiece on it. So you
that's
can kind of
substantially
compare,
bigger, yeah.
the treatment area is much bigger. So I can do a man's back in 15 minutes, whereas before it took me over an hour to finish somebody's back.
Now, I'm going to ask a man question
Yes.
here. Is it more painful because it's bigger?
No, it's actually less painful because what this has is a little vacuum suction. So it sucks up the skin and then it fries the little hairs. And the good thing is your body can only do one signal at a time. So you feel suction, you don't feel as much pain.
Wow.
So you can do, I did my underarms, it's the best thing I ever did.
Right.
And literally, 3 minutes on each side and I'm done. What people don't, people think they're going to come in one treatment and all their hair is going to be gone, and that's not how laser hair removal works. It's only treating a portion of the hair at a time, so it will take about 5 treatments to get a 95% reduction in the amount of hair you have.
All right, dumb question. Does that mean you do a section at a time, or
No.
you have to do
You're
it
treating
5
the whole.
times? Okay.
You're treating the whole area, but only a portion of your hair is in the growing cycle. And what the laser's doing is it's looking for color. So it's looking for color. You have to have darker hair and lighter skin.
Okay.
So it's looking for that color contrast. This does not work on gray hair or blonde hair.
And is this permanent?
Yes, permanent. 95% doesn't grow back. People will need periodic touch-ups, but it's mostly permanent.
So this is one of those things. Do it.
Do it,
Get it over
get
with,
your
4
5
or 5
treatments
times.
done, and you're good to go. So
Brilliant.
good time of year to think about this is the winter and spring before the summer because you can't treat it on tan skin.
So you'll be ready for beach and bathing suit season.
Yes.
All right, now the other thing people think
Yes,
about all the
for
time.
beach and bathing suit
yes, let's go
season.
to that.
Yeah.
So what is this? This is
So-
for getting rid of those last few pounds.
Yeah, and this
Okay.
is a little bit different. We're going to talk about CoolSculpting in a minute, which I feel like a lot of people kind of know about. It's been out a while.
Right.
And a lot of people don't know about this one. This is called Liposonix.
Okay.
And Liposonix is an ultrasound device, and it's using ultrasound waves to focus heat to kill the fat cells.
Okay.
So I'm literally melting the fat.
Well, I like the sound of that.
Yeah, it sounds really good. The nice part about it is you can really custom fit it for people.
Okay.
So this is one that I can do on the legs, I can do around the belly. If somebody just has, a lot of times after a liposuction, somebody might get a lump. You can just kind of treat where somebody might have one little fatty deposit. So it's really nice because I can go, oh look, I don't want to treat right over the belly button. I can pick how I want to treat the patient.
So this is truly for those problem areas.
Problem
You've
areas.
got those 2 little
Love
spaces
hands,
on each side.
yes,
Yeah.
the saddlebags.
Right.
Belly's very popular post having
Right,
a
a little bit on the
baby.
back sometimes.
Yeah,
Okay.
underneath the, your
We're
butt
running through all the male
area.
and female
Yeah,
areas
exactly.
here.
You're doing the male ones. I'm telling you the female ones. But this is nice. About a treatment takes about an hour.
Yeah.
And most people lose about an inch in a treatment. If we do your belly and your sides, most people lose about an inch.
In one treatment?
In one treatment.
And
Takes
how long
about
does
3
that-
months to see the results.
And how long does it last?
Permanent. So there's a lot of devices that just disrupt the fat cells. These are actually permanently killing the fat cells, which is a big difference. Because if you just disrupt them, they're going to come back.
Right.
Interesting thing about fat cells is there's only a certain amount that you have in your body by the time
Right.
you're an adolescent. And the reason people get bigger is the fat cells expand. So if I can actually kill those fat cells, they're not coming back.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
fantastic
It's really
news,
great.
actually.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really, really great. Especially there are just diet and exercise resistant fat pockets. It's just
And
the
this
way
is
it
for people who do diet and exercise.
Yes.
and have those trouble
This
areas.
is not a weight loss method.
Right.
This is a contouring, fat reduction. I have a muffin top that I don't like.
Right.
I have a little pooch on my belly I don't like. I have a saddlebag. This is not, I want to lose weight.
And maybe a dumb question, where does the fat go?
The fat is just cleared through your body. Just cleared through your liver and your
Goes away.
lymphatics, and you just basically excrete it.
I love that
So,
plan.
yeah.
Sounds great.
And it takes about 12 weeks to see the results.
Any pain?
Yes, this one is uncomfortable, but most people tolerate it very, very well. It's such a quick treatment. You know, it's amazing when you say, okay, you're going to lose an inch and this is going to be uncomfortable. And people
That hour
sign up.
goes by
Yeah,
really
that hour goes by
fast.
really, really
Yeah.
fast. And we make people comfortable. We offer medication to make people comfortable.
Right.
But this has been a really, really nice addition to what we already offered, which was CoolSculpting.
Right. And it's great this for men and women.
Men and women. These are all good for men and women.
Okay,
and
good.
we have lots of clients who are men and women who do both of these.
Good. So from
Yeah.
heat
To cold.
cold.
Yeah,
Oh,
so this
okay.
is the other one, and CoolSculpting has been around. I've had it for about 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
This was the first fat reduction thing we offered in the office. We were the first in Wilmington as well. And basically, you can see the difference with this is it's more of just a kind of, one size fits all.
Right.
You have a fat pocket, I stick it on, it sucks up inside there, and it sits on that fat pocket for an hour, freezing the fat cells. So unlike the Liposonix, which is heating the fat cells to kill them, this is freezing the fat cells to
So
kill them.
kind of the same idea with a different
idea,
temperature.
yeah.
Now, why would this one be used as opposed to the
I
other?
use them in conjunction a lot, depending on what the areas that are bothersome to people. Pain can make somebody's decision. This one tends to be a little bit more comfortable for people, and it just depends on what area somebody wants to treat. But I frequently use them in conjunction.
All right.
So it's one of those things, people come in and I look at what they're bothered by and I can make recommendations.
Well, that's a good place to ask this question. When somebody comes in, what happens? Like when they say, I have got this 5 pounds, I got this saddlebag I can
Right.
get rid of, what's the process after
The process is I look at what's bothering them. I want to assess what their expectations are. You know, if somebody thinks that they're going to be a Victoria's Secret model after having one of these things, that's not exactly, you know,
That's
how
not
it
where we're
works.
headed.
Yeah, you know, if you have a 40-inch waist and you lose an inch, that's really not going to be a
Right.
huge change.
Right.
So we assess the patient, what their goals are, and then I kind of talk about the different options and what's going to be best for that patient based on cost, based on how many treatments somebody would need, how much fat they want to lose.
And do you talk to people about their exercise and diet?
Yes, I do. I mean, luckily with these, you don't have to do anything. There's no special supplement, there's no special diet. You just come in, we treat the area, and it works.
Is this one of those things that you can come in on your lunch hour? How long does, you know,
Most of them take an hour.
And
Yeah,
afterwards, is there any
Afterwards,
downtime?
there's really not. With the Liposonix we talked about earlier,
Mm-hmm.
you go back to your normal activities. You really have no downtime whatsoever. This one as well, you go back to your normal activities. This one can take a little longer depending on how much area you're treating. Each little treatment area is an hour long. So if you were treating 3 areas, you could be in the office for 3 hours. But again, people return to their normal activities. There's no downtime whatsoever.
So if you want to go out that night, you're good to go.
You're good
Play
to go.
tennis,
Exercise,
anything.
yeah. I had CoolSculpting done and I went out and ran right afterwards. I had no issues whatsoever.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so let's talk about this. This sounds like something that a lot of people would like, but it might
Yeah.
be outside of their range. So tell me
Yeah.
about what it is when people come to this conclusion. What happens when they are talking about paying for it?
Yeah, so you know, of course, there is an expense that is with any treatment, and we work with that person.
Mm-hmm.
We we have payment options for that person, and we can come up with a treatment plan that really can fit their budget.
And that happens on the first visit, which
Yes, free.
There,
Free
that's
consults.
there- that's the
where
best
you're,
part.
yeah, that's
Yep,
where you're like
yep.
free consults. We do free consults in our office for everything because there's so many different things. I just don't think it's fair to charge somebody when they really are not, you know, I want to be able to educate them about what we offer.
right. And education is so important with any of these
With
procedures.
any of these procedures, with anything really. I mean,
Right.
whether people come to see me for acne and a rash or whether they're coming for a cosmetic reason, education is extremely important.
Well, thank you so much for telling me about this. I think these are amazing things to tell
Yeah.
people about because I don't know about them, so I can only
Sure.
imagine how few people do at home.
Right.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks for
very
coming.
much. So if you've got that last few pounds that you just can't get rid of, or a little patch of hair that you really want to lose, remember, Wilmington Dermatology Center can do it for you simply and easily. They're a great thing to remember when we're getting ready for the summertime. For your hometown, I'm Randy Aldridge.